Hey everybody, this week on the podcast we're talking about Freakier Friday.
And weapons.
And as always, we talk about movie news.
And in the second half, we talk about nostalgic 2000s movies.
And to wrap it all up, we do a little game of Did We Know?
I'm like the crypt keeper.
Hey everybody.
Hello.
And welcome to the newest episode of The A-List Admission.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, another week, new episode, new movies.
Yeah.
The whole shebang.
Yep.
How has your week been?
Mine was eventful.
Yeah.
Well, like with personal news, mine was more eventful than yours, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, mine necessarily wasn't as eventful. But if you are new to the podcast, welcome. I'm Ricardo.
I'm Cheyenne.
Ricky.
Shy.
We do this every week.
I know. I'm like, meh.
Or not every week, but recently we've been doing it just because, I realized we'll probably get new viewers every once in a while.
Yeah.
So it's good to reintroduce ourselves.
Hi.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
So we'll just go right into our personal news.
Yeah, so we like to start with like a little snippet of what's happened in the last week.
So I'll start this time. So if you didn't know, we are going on vacation soon-ish. So we've been filming some bonus episodes to fill in that time that we're gone. We are going to be gone for 2 weeks, but we're going to film 3 episodes as filler, just to kind of tide you guys over, because we want to make sure you guys are always watching us. Kind of that way, if you go, hey, what about 3 weeks of no you guys?
And then at the same time, we want to have our little vacation too. But give you guys content, because we still love watching movies. That has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, and that won't change.
We're just going away for a little bit.
Yeah. What we are going to do, though, is after those 3 weeks, we'll have a episode that won't have a second half, but it will have a bunch of movie reviews. I know for 2 of the weeks that I looked at, we will be talking about 4 movies. Or sorry, the 3 weeks of us not reviewing movies, we'll be talking about 4 movies after that.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't know, though. There's an extra week in there that we threw in, so I don't know if there'll be way more movies after that, but we'll let you know when the time comes.
So yeah, stay tuned for those bonus episodes, and stay tuned for something new with the sound.
Yeah, do you want me to go into that right
Sure.
now? Sure. Okay, cool. So, well, I mean, you guys would have maybe noticed it, maybe not noticed it, but I've changed how we've been filming or recording our audio. So for like, I don't want to say like the past maybe 28 episodes, 29 episodes in that realm. I've been recording the audio in stereo. So I'm usually going to be on your right-hand side. Cheyenne was going to be on your left. But I changed it to mono, which is you hear us on both ears. Just because I don't know. I wanted to see if it would sound better. I wanted to play around with it, kind of get a feel for it. I'm still kind of always tweaking the audio. And
yeah,
stuff.
I mean, I like stereo, it's interesting, but I prefer mono, because that way if you are listening and you only have like one earbud in or one like headphone on or what have you, you can still hear both of us, where it's a little trickier with stereo.
Yeah, and I know I just to kind of go into the comments of videos and stuff, I don't usually pay too lot of attention to like the criticism and like the negative shit, but there was one where someone had complained about our audios being down and stuff like that, mics being down and stuff like that.
Was that recent?
A little while ago.
Oh.
But I realized after it might have been because it was in stereo. So then I was like, oh, I should probably change it to mono, so that way people who do listen to it with one earbud or kind of just play it out loud. They don't want to be like, oh, I don't want to just bounce it back and forth.
But also, like an episode or 2 ago, we forgot to hit record on the mics, so there was phone audio.
Yeah,
so like that's a whole other thing.
I mean, this is still our first year, and we're gonna make rookie mistakes pretty often. So.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah, but
for personal news for me, just really quick. A couple of years back, I was in a pretty rough car accident. Had a nose fracture. It never really healed. I've been waiting months, almost a year, to see an ENT again for like an update on my nose, because I have not been breathing well through my nose. If you hear me sniffing a lot or like playing with my nose and whatever, it's because I can't really breathe well out of it. Long story short, again, I have to have what's called a septorhinoplasty, which is essentially it's a nose job / deviated septum fix. So they don't really, it's not cosmetic. It's usually with nose trauma. It's essentially they make bigger holes to have your nasal cavities breathe better, like air hole wise. So when you have the surgery, you can actually go home like the same day, but it does take a few weeks of recovery. So yeah, I'll be able to breathe better, but the wait list is about a year out. So, I mean, that's my update. I do have at least an update on my nose, which has been bothering me. Ricky can tell you for a long time.
Oh, it's actually, so one of the things I know that has bugged me about what Cheyenne's been going through has been the fact that she's had a hard time breathing. And so I've always felt terrible about the fact that she couldn't breathe properly, but I can't do anything about it.
No,
right?
and it's my own fault that it happened. So
yeah, but you didn't control the circumstance, like
no,
the outcome of it, and
but
all that. But like, anyway.
yeah, so it's an optional surgery. Essentially, if I don't get it, it could actually just get smaller or just stay the way it is. And if it stays the way it is, I would hate it anyway because it's already too small. And since the last time I saw the ENT, which I saw her only a few weeks after the car accident. So that was, like I said, about 2 years ago now, or 2.5 years ago.
Then, right?
It's gotten smaller on the one side at least. But there's no polyps or tumors or anything, so that's good.
Yeah.
It's just something I gotta probably get done. So that's my personal news for the week.
Yeah, but
on the lighter note, we do have 2 pieces of movie news.
yeah, so less than normal, but we still got 2 of them. Do you want to go first?
Sure.
Go.
I'm a huge Dr. Seuss fan, as you may have known in the past. So they officially announced that they're making Oh, the Places You'll Go, an animated movie, once again, because they're not doing live action anymore. But it's set to be released on March 17th, 2028. And the main 2 voice cast are going to be Ariana Grande and Josh Gad. And it's directed by Jon M, Chu and Jill Culton. I am very excited for this. I'm excited for any Dr. Seuss anything, like movie, TV show, whatever. But yeah, it follows a young adventure on the ups and downs of life. So I'm very, very excited. Yeah, it's literally a movie adaptation of the book, Oh, the Places You'll Go. So I'm very curious how they're going to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, one other thing to add on to that is if you've heard of the name Jon M. Chu, he just directed Wicked Part 1 and then obviously Wicked Part 2 with Ariana Grande. So you know that they have a good...
Oh, no, Josh Gad wasn't in it.
No, but...
The other guy was. It looks like Josh Gad.
Which guy? Oh, Bowen Yang.
Yeah.
Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, so they already have a good relationship, so you know that at least that's going to go well.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Cool. So the second movie news is that Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey has finished filming. So I know he's been all around the world filming different pieces of that movie, but after 6 months of filming, it's all done, and they're going to start doing post-production now. So yeah, I'm excited for it. This movie seems like it has a star-studded cast with a lot going on, so I am very curious to see how it'll all turn out. If it's worth the sold-out 1 year in advance movie tickets that they did for IMAX. But yeah.
Yeah.
So we watched 2 movies this week. The first one being Freakier Friday. Do we want to say the second one now?
No.
Okay, cool. So Freakier Friday, directed by Nisha Ganatra. PG rating for thematic elements, rude humor, mild language, suggested references, and the runtime is 111 minutes, which is an hour 51. Our spoiler-free synopsis is 22 years after the original Freaky Friday body swap, Anna Coleman is now a single mom with daughter Harper and engaged to Eric, who has a daughter Lily. At Anna's bachelorette party, a fortune teller magically triggers a 4-way body swap. Anna, Tess, Harper, and Lily all switch bodies. Chaos ensues as each character navigates unfamiliar life roles while trying to reverse the spell before the wedding day. All right, now the main cast. As you know, Jamie Lee Curtis comes back as Tess. Lindsay Lohan comes back as Anna. Julia Butters stars as Harper. Sophia Hammonds as Lily. Manny Jacinto as Eric. Chad Michael Murray as Jake. Mark Harmon as Ryan. And then Christina Vidal Mitchell, Haley Hudson, Rosalind Chow, Lucille Song, and Stephen Lobelowski. Oh, I already screwed that up.
It's Lucille Soon, I think, too.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
And then Stephen Lobelowski.
Tobolowski.
Sorry, I'm really bad with names. But they all come back reprising the roles from the original movie. Vanessa Bayer debuts as the mystic who initiates the swap. And again, I'm going to butcher this name, and I apologize profusely. Maitreyi Ramakrishnan, Jordan E. Cooper, Chloe Feynman, and Elaine Hendricks all join the movie as an extended ensemble. Yeah. Cool. Again, sorry for all the names I butchered. I'm really bad at reading names.
That's okay.
All right. So, do you want me to go first on my review for this movie? Okay. So, this movie was really, really, really good. I was really happy with it. So, kind of in preparation for this movie, we did watch Freaky Friday again. We watched it, I think, the night before.
Yeah.
And I forgot how much I liked Freaky Friday.
Yeah, but I highly recommend doing that before seeing this movie.
Yeah.
Even if you've never seen the original, see it first.
Absolutely. Actually, if you haven't seen it, Freaky Friday alone is a good movie. Definitely like buried in like 2000s references. And this movie is no exception. Like coming back to this universe with obviously Lindsay Lohan, Jamie Lee Curtis. But like the vibe of Freaky Friday never really leaves Freakier Friday, which is what you want in a reboot or like a sequel. But it does a really good job at making a conflict that doesn't feel like it will have a resolve.
Yeah.
And
making it very heartwarming.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, the laughs are up there. There's so many funny moments in this movie. A lot of even like tongue-in-cheek kind of funny moments. A lot of like awkward moments, and like it just felt like a one coming of age movie that does it really well, but two, it like the last act of this movie, my gosh, there were moments where you can just cry because it was I
you teared up.
I was close to crying. I'll admit I was close to crying. I am a crier out of the two of us, but man, this movie was so good.
It was really, really good. I really enjoyed it, and we both just really enjoyed it. And the one thing that Ricky had mentioned was like you could tell how much we love movies, and it just reaffirmed it in this when one particular thing happens, and we just looked at each other and we're like, ah! Like we were just so excited for one particular thing. I don't know. We just felt very in that element.
It's one of those movies, right? Like kind of bouncing on what Cheyenne just mentioned. It was, we literally, like, we're not going to spoil it, but like one thing happened on screen and our immediate reaction was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
We were really like, and like this movie is kind of like, don't get me wrong. Like there probably are other franchises you can do this with. Like everyone knows that I'm a Spider-Man nut anyway. So I would do this with Spider-Man, but like, this movie kind of, at least like it brought back a big feeling of my childhood where I was like, man, this is why I love movies. Where like, yeah, I'm laughing, I'm having a good time, I feel so relaxed.
Yeah.
But then on top of that, like I there was so much feeling and so much good story and so much like, I don't know, like, I don't even have the right words to say how good this movie made me feel.
Yeah.
Like, and how much it resonated with me on such an emotional level, and like how much I like by the end of it was like, man, like, and we said this in the car, this is a movie I would buy, or a series I would buy on Blu-ray. Right?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, this is like definitely a much watch of the year.
Yeah, you even said it was potentially one of your tops of the year as of right now.
I think at one point I said this might be the movie of the year.
That's crazy.
I don't know yet.
Well, my ratings for the two movies we saw are the exact same, but for very different reasons. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go right into it. This is a 9 for me.
This is an 8.5.
Yeah. To me, the reason why I'm rating it a 9 is and we were talking about this too, I have a hard time thinking about what in particular is the downside to this movie. I don't remember we talked about it, but now I can't even remember what we said about the downside of this movie.
It might have been something that we can't say because it's a spoiler, like no spoilers.
Yeah. But yeah, like there, I would be hard pressed to find something that was like really wrong with this movie.
Like, there's a couple things I wish were a little more fleshed out, but
oh yeah, that was one of them. One of the things was just backstory was a little bit more.
Could have been a little stronger, yeah.
Yeah, but even then, like for me, it was just I'm really happy with certain jokes that was made, the callbacks that were made, and like even like I won't spoil what it is, but like stay tuned for the credits for more nostalgia.
Yeah,
is all I can
100%.
say.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, it was brilliant. I was really happy with it. I'm gonna stay firm in my 9.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sticking with 8.5 for this one and the next one, which will spoil what my rating is for the next one. But yeah.
Cool. All right. So you want to go into the next one?
So next one is Weapons. It is directed and written by Zach Kreger, who is the director of Barbarian from 2022. It is rated R in the States. In Canada, it's rated 18A. Rarely anything gets an R in Canada. The highest I've seen is 18A.
I've seen an R, but like it's
very, very rare. So this one I thought was interesting because when we got to the theater, it did say you must have ID for this movie, for Weapons, because it was 18A. No. ID is required. But we didn't get carded. So we're fine. But anyway, it is rated R for strong, bloody violence, grisly images, language, sexual content, and drug use.
Yep.
It is approximately 128 minutes, which is 2 hours and 8 minutes. And then the spoiler-free synopsis is, at exactly 2:17 a.m., 17 children from the same elementary school class vanish simultaneously. Only one child, Alex, remains. As the local community reels, multiple interlinked stories unfold through shifting, nonlinear perspectives. From the grieving parent to the distrusted teacher, the conflicted police officer, and a desperate outsider, the unsettling mystery deepens into a dark and surreal journey into paranoia, grief, and suburban rupture, culminating in a shocking and unforgettable climax. So the main cast include Josh Brolin as Archer Graff, Julia Garner as Justine Gandy, Alden Ehrenreich. I'm really going to butcher that name.
Yeah, that name I couldn't
he's Han Solo, and he's also in another movie. I want to say it's by the Coen brothers. Hail Caesar.
That's what I was going to say. Rome.
I don't remember who did it, but Hail Caesar. Anyway, he is Officer Paul Morgan. Austin Abrams is Anthony. Carrie Christopher is Alex Lilly. Benedict Wong is Andrew Marcus. And then there's a few supporting ensemble roles, which include Amy Madigan, June, Diane Raphael, Toby Huss, and Whitmer Thomas. So that is essentially what the movie is and is about, and it is fucked up, to put it lightly.
So just to give you a little bit of context, we're recording this on Friday night. We literally just came from the theater from watching Weapons.
I felt sick, but like in a good way.
So for horror, this may not be the best horror movie of the year, but that's like it's speechless. Like it is
weird and wild and wacky.
Gory. It is gross. It is
grisly. Grisly is a good word for it.
It is unsettling. I think the biggest thing was when we both left the theater, Cheyenne felt sick. I was truly just on edge.
Like, 100%.
And like for every horror movie we saw this year, this is the only movie that got me on a jump scare. Like
It did. It was crazy because we don't usually jump scare. I don't usually jump scare at all. You more so, but not by much.
Not by much.
And the one thing just threw us off.
It was so unexpected, and it was one of those movies where like you felt it going the entire way. Like it just, you never really felt comfortable at any moment.
No, not at all. But I will say I don't like the fact that, so again, the cast on here is from ChatGPT. I don't like the fact that they put Amy Madigan in a supporting role. She is a big role. She is...
We're not going to spoil it.
No, but I will say her name in the movie is Gladys. And I didn't know this. She is married to Ed Harris.
Oh.
Since 1983. They've been married a long time.
Cool. That's just like some side trivia, I guess.
I know.
Cool.
Did we know?
But no, like this movie, if you are considering going to go see Weapons, I'll admit both like it was sold out when we went tried to get tickets the first time.
Sold out.
It is a I think it's a fantastic movie, but not for the reasons you may think. Like,
no, there's a lot of exposition. If you're not one for exposition, just really consider seeing this. But if you like horror, I would say see it. Just know there's a lot of exposition.
But even with that exposition, one thing me and Cheyenne both realized, it needs more explanation. Like, we finished the movie and we were both kind of like, that's it? Like,
there's still a couple things I'm like, I would love if they made a sequel. I don't know how they would go about this.
Way.
But it's like Barbarian. They're making a sequel, aren't they?
Are they? I don't think they were.
Oh, I thought they were.
Well, I'll put it on the screen if they are.
Well, even if it's just a one of, that's some freaking one of is Weapons.
See, for me, it's more I'd rather have a prequel to this movie.
Oh my gosh, yes. I would love to have a prequel with Gladys.
Yeah, but yeah, guys,
she's brilliant. It's like she is so brilliant. Like everyone did such a good job for everything. Like it is so good, so visceral. It is the audience too. Like when certain things happen, they'd be like, ugh, or oh, like the whole audience felt it.
I will say the audience elevated this movie though, 100%.
Oh yeah, there was a couple parts too. Like there's a couple parts where you're just laughing, but it's like not maniacal laughing, but internally it's maniacal. Like you're laughing at this movie.
There is like some really, I think the best way to describe it is like almost like a dark humor to it.
Yeah.
But like it's almost in the ridiculousness of that
100%.
movie. Like it's not even that it's don't get me wrong. There's probably some parts of it that I remember just laughing because it was funny. But like a lot of it, you're just either laughing because you're uncomfortable or you're laughing because it's just absurd what you're seeing on screen.
Yeah.
Like it is insane what happens in this movie. And just like Grizzly, like Cheyenne said, is the perfect way to describe what you're seeing. Like there are moments the best thing I can tell you is that I kept bringing up scenes in the car back on the way back because I couldn't believe what I saw. And Cheyenne was like, "Just stop talking because I'm it's so gross. I can't."
Like it, and I don't get sick from anything, but I also like TMI really had to pee after this movie because we each got a coffee at the theater, and that just went right through me. And I'm like, "Fuck!" Like I was like an hour in. I'm like, "Shit!" There's another hour. I gotta hold this. And I'm like, "I'm not moving. I don't want to. I don't leave the theater to pee. Like I just don't."
Yeah, we live and die on the seat.
The only time I would. Rarely though is the second time around seeing a movie.
Oh, but that's different.
Yeah, but even then I'm like, I can hold it. I don't want to miss it,
But back to this movie, I just very much like Cheyenne said, we're repeating ourselves because I almost don't know what to say.
I'm giving it an 8.5.
Fair, but like to go back to one quick thing before we go into my rating. Now I freaking forgot it. It was what you said specifically about this movie. Oh, if you like horror. Like, you'll love it. Just be prepared. That was all I was going to say. My rating for this movie might be around what you have it at. I mean, I think I was debating between 8 and 9, so maybe I'll do an 8.5. My biggest critique of this movie, and I think it's the reason why I knocked it lower to me than Freakier Friday, is because I left the movie and I wanted to know more.
Yeah, especially the end. Very, very end.
And it's not don't get me wrong, it's not like I get the idea of like leave them wanting more, which is definitely what this movie does. Like absolutely.
I think that's 100%. What Barbarian did too.
Yeah. But the thing is with this movie is just like there were some aspects of it I didn't fully understand, and not because I didn't understand because I'm dumb. Because I am dumb. But like it's just things that happen in this movie that don't get explained, and I just wish they had explained it a bit more.
100%.
Yeah. So that's why I think I knocked mine down than Freakier Friday. But like for me, I'm more of the lovey-dovey kind of person. I guess
it's not a romance.
It's not a romance.
Freaky Friday.
Not. It's more lighthearted.
Yeah. So if you're in the mood for a lighthearted movie for this coming cheap night, I would recommend Freakier Friday. If you're in the mood for something that you really just go in, no holds barred, kind of don't know what to expect, go see Weapons, but be warned, it's gory, it's grisly, it is not for the faint of heart, and it is rated R, so just a fair warning.
Like, the best way I can describe both movies is if you're a thrill seeker, like if you go to an amusement park and you want to go on the toughest roller coaster, watch Weapons.
Yeah, this is 10 times that.
No, I know, but I'm comparing it to like a amusement park. And then if you want to go something that's a little bit more cozy, like the Teacups or like
then Freakier Friday.
they're like the Lazy River.
They're great movies, but they're so different from each other.
They're so different.
Even if you want to plan a double feature at the drive-in, even see if you could find that together.
I don't think they'll be together.
I don't recommend actually seeing these two movies back to back because we do like to do a lot of double features, and I'm really glad that the Weapons movie was sold out the night we were doing Freakier Friday because there was no way we would have been able to function seeing those two movies together.
I think they really do shine on their own.
Yeah.
Like
you don't need to see it back to back. You really shouldn't see it back to back.
Don't get me wrong, I would recommend you watch both movies, but not in the same night. Like Freakier Friday, when we finished Freakier Friday, was very much like, oh wow, I'm so happy. I'm like, and I left like feeling so much lighter.
Yeah.
Than when I got in. Weapons. When we finished Weapons, I'm like in this weird still, where I'm like,
everyone in the theater was like just stunned. There are a couple things actually I want to talk to you about after that I am very confused with.
There's one line in the movie of Weapons, and that's not going to spoil anything. Truly's not going to spoil anything.
No, I just don't want to know what it is, but yeah.
That Josh Brolin says, and then it perfectly describes this movie. What the fuck? And he does. No, but truly, like he says it in the movie.
Yeah.
And it's like and one of the one that got laughed, but like was the whole point of that movie was that.
Yeah. So yeah, that kind of sums up the movies we saw. It was just two, but man, they were doozies.
No, they both ones had a massive impact.
Yeah.
On very ends of our personas.
Yeah. So on that note, let's talk in our second half about nostalgic movies like Freaky Friday.
Yeah, I mean, I think when we watched Freakier Friday, we're like, ooh, we should do a whole movie on like 2000s nostalgia.
And our Did We Know is going to sort of tie into the nostalgia as well. So what is it that makes a movie nostalgic, Ricky?
It's tough to like really point it down. Like there's a lot of things that make movies nostalgic. Like, I mean, Cheyenne also has some notes on here, so I'll read what's on here. I mean, I'll read the first one because it's exactly what I thought. It's not just the age; it's how it made us feel during that time, which is completely accurate. Like when Freaky Friday came out was what 2003. I would have been 6, 7, depending on what time that it came out.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Right. Anyway, but yeah, for me it was. I obviously don't know what being a teenager was, and 2003. And then when I found this movie, it was more closer to the age. But when I watched these movies, man, it was just one of those things where I remember going to high school. I remember going to middle school. I remember feeling that like weird 2000s era of stuff.
Oh,
right?
So good. So good. The movies of the 2000s and the music of the 2000s. Oh, my heart. It makes me so happy. But
and you actually nailed it right on the head. Like it's the movies of that age that bring back this.
Yeah, right? It centers around like growing up, centers around your identity or switching perspectives like with Freaky Friday, deals with family. It's very heartfelt, but it's also teenagers and high school and just so many things that you've dealt with. Like it's like Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. Same type of vibe where you could deal with that stuff in real life, but seeing it through someone else's eyes, I don't know, just makes me happy. I don't know. It's just feels good. And
and also even not to like shoot another Lindsay Lohan movie in particular, but Mean Girls does this very well as well, right? Where it still feels like a 2000s movie, but
it's because of the fashion, the slang, like it's fetch and all that. Yeah, the music, like Lindsay Lohan's band. Yeah,
and it really is that, and 2000s does that well because it's very much like emo punk rock era.
Yeah, like in Princess Diaries, Mandy Moore singing "Stupid Cupid," and like
there's so much. Like
there's so much.
One of the ones that pops in my head of that time period too was Simple Plan singing Scooby Doo, which is like because that's what I grew up.
See, that's not nostalgia for me, but
not for you because you didn't watch Scooby Doo.
No, I mean it's not even that. I don't know. It doesn't relate back to these movies for me.
For me, it's because I think of Simple Plan when I think of like that kind of music, and so then I'm like, I remember Scooby Doo.
Okay,
yeah, cool. So Why does Freaky Friday still slap? I feel so old saying that.
Because it has the very obvious dynamic of parents versus teenagers, and that's a classic that isn't going anywhere.
No, never.
Like Life in Pieces, if you ever watch that TV show, highly recommend it as well. It is canceled, but highly recommend it. They are clashing, or Modern Family, like those like clashes of family members against family members, whether it's parents or teenagers. Specifically for Freaky Friday, obviously it's that, but in Freakier Friday, it's still that too. It's teenagers versus parents versus grandparents, or versus stepdads, and all that kind of thing. So that's a huge thing, as well as the body swap trope. I mean, it sounds kind of dumb, but it is very satisfying. A lot of people still like those weird body swaps. They made a TV show about it on ABC in the States.
What's the show?
Freeform.
Switch at Birth? Is that one?
Maybe.
Is that the one with the twins?
Maybe. I just know there's a body swap show.
Well, that was slightly different, but I get the idea.
Yeah.
Obviously, the other thing that makes Freaky Friday and Freakier Friday, because they both have these, is your cast.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. When you see Lindsay Lohan, you already get instantly reminded of the early.
I'm just
2000s.
rooting for her. I'm so happy she was able to make, like, I don't know, come to her senses in a way, because I know she went through a little bit of a slump, but she did great. But also, freaking love Jamie Lee Curtis. She's such a badass. I'm a huge fan of hers.
She has such range, dude. Like,
and she's just freaking, she looks awesome. She looks amazing also. She's probably, I don't even know how old she is. She looks amazing regardless. With the gray hair, she rocks it. Love her with short, spiky hair. Yeah, I realized as I got older, I'm more like Jamie Lee Curtis now, and I grew up wanting to be Lindsay Lohan. But I'm okay with being Jamie, because like her and Scream Queen, like anything I watch with her, I love.
But even like the other movie that I remember seeing her earlier this year, which technically came out last year, but The Last Showgirl, we saw her and she was very different than this character.
Very different. She does a lot in Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah, but then also she's going to be in another movie this year. I can't remember what it's
but like
now.
She has range, and I don't think she gets enough credit, to be honest.
No, but like, okay, and then even just to bring up another show that I've been watching, which is The Bear. She's in The Bear.
Oh.
And she is a psychopath in The Bear. Like, you can tell she's dealing with a lot of stress, but like, it's such a serious role to the point where it like brings you to tears, kind of thing.
Well,
but then like something like this, where she can be goofy and funny and silly, and it's so.
But
good.
it's not even goofy and whatever. It's actually really hard what they're doing, and I don't think people realize that, because they're having to play
a younger
version of somebody else.
Yeah,
but it's Jamie Lee Curtis not being her role. She's not being Tess. She's being someone else. She's like, they do such a good job of being the other person's personality by being themselves, though. No, it's so well done.
But the fact that Jamie Lee Curtis isn't held up by, oh, I have to play someone younger. Can I even do that at my? You know what I mean? Like,
and she has amazing parents, like Tony Curtis and Janet Leigh. Amazing. She came from an acting realm.
But I feel like there's a lot of actors and actresses that don't let themselves get to the silly, right? Like, no shade to anybody I'm going to mention, but like, even like Leonardo DiCaprio, he doesn't go to this silly.
I actually don't know what that new movie he's got coming out.
But it's not a kids movie.
Oh, kids movie, no.
Like, it's. Don't get me wrong. I know, like, what I'm trying to get at is like, Jamie Lee Curtis isn't afraid to be the embarrassing character, right? Isn't afraid to but it's not lowering herself. For me, it elevates her so much more.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah. And to top it off too, we had mentioned this earlier, but it hits the sweet spot with 2000s movies, like the gothic eyeliner, the pop punk vibe, the angst, the pink highlights. It fits it hits every check on the checklist. It definitely does.
Perfect. So we also wanted to bring up some movies that are the 2000s nostalgia.
Yeah, they live in the same like nostalgic world as Freaky Friday. But exactly. I will say there's a couple on this list I have not seen. But I know they're good movies and popular movies. I just have not seen them.
There's a few on here I also haven't
First
seen.
one I have not seen, which is a shame. But.
It's actually what I've always wanted to see. I've just never had a chance to see it.
A lot of I will say a lot of movies in the early 2000s, love them. They give me so much anxiety. That's also why I haven't watched it.
Did you want to talk about the anxiety and specifically to Freaky Friday?
No, it just makes me anxious. The body swaps, they make me anxious. People love them. I'm just not a fan.
Well, one of the things that Cheyenne gets anxious for is because of she just doesn't know how it, like, even though she knows it's going to end well, it's not knowing.
Yeah, actually, that's what I mentioned in the last episode about syndicated shows.
Oh, right.
If you haven't watched it, watch it. But yeah, that's kind of an anxiety thing. Yeah, essentially, when certain things are like about to happen, I know it's going to end well, but it's the interim that makes me anxious. That's all. But when it comes to the list, the first one on here is 13 Going on 30 from 2004. I have not seen that. I do know Jennifer Garner's in it. I just haven't seen it.
And Mark Ruffalo. And
oh, yeah, that's who it is.
Yeah, so I want to watch it for both of them because both of them are fantastic.
The next one is one of my favorites.
Yeah, amazing, classic, The Parent Trap.
Yeah, and it's like a remake of the original, which is also incredible. I love the original with Hayley Mills.
But I feel like both stand on their own very, very well.
Yeah, and I did read this fact in advance. I didn't know it, but there is a really cool fact about The Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan later.
And did we know?
Yeah.
Ooh. All right, you want to go for the next one? Okay. Clueless is the next one.
Have not seen that either.
I know roughly what it's about, but
that's not with Brittany Murphy, is it?
No, that's the one with we were talking about this.
Molly Ringwald?
No. She's Alicia Silverstone.
Alicia Silverstone, yeah. These are also like late 90s, early 2000s, I should say.
But they all hit the same vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mean Girls, we mentioned that, 2004 as well.
More Lindsay Lohan.
More quotes for Lifetime.
Oh, so many.
Next one I have not seen. A couple of my friends loved it. You liked it?
I think it's Aquamarine.
There you go.
Yeah.
You didn't say it. So from
2006.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a wacky mermaid movie that, like, obviously, like, it's just, I don't know what it was. It was quintessential 2000s.
That's kind of like me with The 13th Year. This is like a fever dream. I know it's a movie, but like a lot of people have never seen it, about a boy who turns 13 and turns into a merman, but he doesn't know he's adopted and his real mom's a mermaid. It was a Disney Channel movie. I loved it, but it's the same kind of vibe. Same with like Luck of the Irish, all those Disney Channel movies, Smart House, all that. I'm going in another tangent, but
House.
Yeah, A Cinderella Story is the next one from 2004. Yeah. Also with Chad Michael Murray, but with Hilary Duff, another icon of the 2000s. Hello, Lizzie McGuire.
Oh my gosh. The next was She's the Man, 2006.
Oh, yeah.
Which, again, Amanda Bynes is also a
love her
staple of 2000 stuff.
Have not seen She's the Man. I know of it again.
Oh, it is actually really fucking good.
Yeah, I've heard.
But also, like, Special Agent Cody Banks is what jumps in my mind when I think of 2000s with Amanda Bynes. And so, but yeah, man, like, there's a lot of movies that we could have mentioned on this list. We just kind of wanted to shoot you with a bunch of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the last part being, why do these movies stick with us?
Yeah.
So obviously they're just comfortable to rewatch, right?
To rewatch. To watch them the first time, I find the stakes are high.
Fair
the
enough.
Stakes otherwise are pretty low and they're happy endings, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like for me, rewatching even Freaky Friday this past week was to me so relaxing because it brought me back. You know what I mean? Cool.
Yeah.
Do you want to do the next one?
Sure. Okay. It says on here that it bonds Gen Z and millennials, which I can agree with because even Gen Z watch a lot of these movies now as well. I am technically a millennial.
You are. I'm technically cusp of both.
Yeah. Yeah, true. But this is a great point. The soundtracks alone trigger a memory spiral, especially the Princess Diaries ones for me.
Yeah. But this also reflects a world that was pre-social media. Right?
Oh,
so people
yeah,
were
true.
More innocent, more awkward, and a little bit more heartfelt.
True.
Right?
Yeah. There is one actually more section before you said the last one was the last section.
I apologize.
It's okay. They're more just like ask ourselves these questions. So like,
Sure.
like would I? This is how you know it's a rewatch. If you can answer, yes, or if you have a strong answer for it. But like, would I show this to a younger sibling or niece or another kid? Yes.
This is
1000%.
absolutely a movie I would read.
Yeah.
I would show to a kid.
1000%.
Absolutely. Like even my younger brother, who's 10 years younger than me, who is definitely a Gen Z, I would absolutely show both movies.
100%. If he likes it, great. If he doesn't, I mean,
his loss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does this movie hold up, or is it just totally cringy? And I don't think like
I don't think it's a bad thing.
I think there's aspects of it that may be cringy,
Yeah.
but like I think a good chunk of this movie would hold up.
Yeah, but in general, the nostalgic movies, a lot of them are totally cringe. Like I could imagine just off face value that Aquamarine is pretty cringy. Yeah, but 100%. It still holds up. A lot of people still love that movie, and I'll see random bits of these movies on TikTok, on social media.
Yeah,
you know. But why do I still quote this movie 20 years later? Because it's a lasting memory in my mind.
And I think it truly does make up your personality, right? Like the movies that you attach to are movies that are always going to be a part of you in some way.
Exactly. Well, like that's why the quote in our intro was the Crypt Keeper one from Freaky Friday. I mean, that's a major one. I can think of like the VHS trailers for movies. That was a huge one in the Freaky Friday commercial for the movie, you know?
Yeah. So
there's a couple like little discussion points. Yeah. What's a movie from your childhood that you think defines the early 2000s?
Oh man. Actually, you kind of mentioned a couple, like
Princess Diaries.
Smart House was a good one.
Yeah,
like I'm thinking of Disney Channel movies.
Yeah, I'm thinking of theatrical releases. I would say Princess Diaries.
But they all have a very similar way they were filmed.
Or Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen, also with Lindsay Lohan.
Mine it's gonna be High School Musical. I think of High School Musical in the 2000s.
Yeah, it's not though, is it?
Yeah,
it's 2010s, isn't it?
No, I thought it was earlier than that.
Oh.
But I could be wrong. But like High School Musical is one that I think of when I think of 2000s movies. But and even like Blank Check was also in that realm.
Yeah. Blank Check? What is that?
I'm pretty sure it's called Blank Check.
I do know the name.
It's basically a movie about a kid who gets a blank check from a rich guy.
Oh yes. He
buys all this shit, and then he realizes that it's not the money that makes up who he is.
And that rate you could do Dunstan Checks In. Great movie. Like a lot of those defined my childhood. Mighty Joe Young. Not.
Oh my gosh.
Like not necessarily in the same wheelhouse as Freaky Friday.
But even like George of the Jungle too.
Those defined the original. Those defined my early 2000s, 1,000%.
Oh gosh,
even like this is a stretch, but Back to the Future for me defined my 2000s because I watched it as a kid in the 2000s. So, yeah, there's other movies that didn't have to be made in the 2000s that defined my 2000s. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I completely agree. Do we have modern versions of these movies, or did that vibe just disappear?
Well, with Freaky Friday, yes. we do have a modern version. I don't know.
I mean, this is also kind of the year of a bunch of like sequels to stuff.
Yeah, I don't think the vibe disappeared. Like we got a Mean Girls sequel. Yep. We got a Freaky Friday sequel. Yep. And we're getting a Princess Diaries trilogy.
Oh my gosh,
we're getting a third one, and Devil Wears Prada. If you want to go off,
there's like a lot of movies that are getting sequels.
So yeah, the vibe is not disappearing. If anything, it's starting to reappear at just the right time.
Well, I think from what I remember is like if in fashion things that get popular are things that happened 20 years prior.
Like a fad, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why certain clothing styles
20,
come back.
Years, but that's why like the 90s was a big thing. When like 2020 happened and
the next question makes me laugh. Which body swap movie is the best and why is it Freaky Friday?
Kind of has a point.
I was going to say The Parent Trap, technically.
Not a body swap.
They're twins that swap lives.
I guess, but there's still
they swap bodies by not internally doing it, externally doing it. But Freaky Friday's it's just the winner, flat out.
Honestly, it's just anytime I think of a body swap movie, the only one I think of is Freaky Friday.
Yeah. Oh, 1,000%.
Would Freaky Friday work today with a mother who's an influencer and a daughter who's a gamer?
No. It would have to rework the entire thing for me. That would not fly.
Maybe. I think it could work. I think it depends.
I don't think the career matters, but if it's too modern, it takes away from the nostalgia for me.
I disagree.
That's fine.
The newest one is modern.
Yeah, because I'm not going to say anything about it.
No
but
spoilers,
it is modern.
It is very modern. Like, but I do think that having one that's even now more modern than that, where you have the mom that is a Gen Z, and a daughter that is younger than that.
Yeah,
I can see this happening.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, 1,000%.
100%.
I mean, they're actually really good questions, and they make me just want to rewatch all of these movies. I was not a girly girl growing up, so a couple of the movies I did not like. I had never seen Mean Girls up until last year.
Yep.
And to be honest, Freaky Friday, I don't remember for sure if I ever did see it in theaters because I would have been the right age. I would have been about 9. 2003? Yeah, I would have been 9. So I would have been in the right wheelhouse to go. I just don't remember if I saw it in theaters. I feel like I did. But I just don't really remember it. Yeah, obviously. But Lindsay Lohan, I loved her growing up. So Parent Trap was a huge one for me. So yeah, it was just nice to get into all the nostalgia. And that's kind of, like I said earlier, why we are like sliding into our Did We Know with some nostalgic facts from the 2000s.
Perfect. All right. Take us away.
Actually, yes, I will do the first one because I want to do the last one.
Fair enough. Go for it.
First one is Freaky Friday, 2003. Lindsay Lohan actually learned basic guitar for the movie, but the shredding solo at the end was performed by a professional guitarist and edited to match her hand movements. Did we know? No.
No.
I thought she actually did know guitar anyway because I think she was a singer to some degree. But I didn't know she learned it for the movie.
No, but it's she sells it pretty well. I won't lie to you. There was a part of me that was like, oh, yeah, she's definitely playing that.
Yeah. The next movie though, we never thought of earlier.
This is a brilliant movie, but School of Rock, which came out in 2003. All the kids in the band really played their own instruments, and director Richard Linklater insisted that they be cast for both acting ability and musical talent. Did we know?
Yes, I think so. I think I knew that most of them played instruments.
I was going to say, I think I've heard that before. And I think Miranda Cosgrove's in it, and she's the main singer, and she had her own music.
Oh, she had a music. Yeah, did she play her own instrument? I guess.
Her voice?
Well, I know, but Richard Linklater, isn't he the director of Boyhood?
Maybe. I don't know. I
don't know.
But anyway, I will say, like, all of the kids in that are hyper talented.
100%.
Also, I think 2 of them also got married very, very recently.
Yeah. They did within the last 2 years, I think.
Yeah. I'll put it on screen on who got married. Cool.
Next, Princess Diaries, 2001. Anne Hathaway's famous fall in the bleachers during the gym scene wasn't scripted. It was a real trip that the director loved so much he kept it in. Did we know?
No, but that's
I feel like
sad.
I've heard this before, but offhand, I'm like, no, I'll have to say no. But I'm pretty sure I have heard this before.
It's kind of sad. I feel bad for Anne Hathaway.
I feel like that happens quite often, though. Certain things happen or improv, you know.
Like, oh, keep it.
But this wasn't improv. This was just a horrible accident.
Right. 13 going on 30, 2004. Jennifer Gardner's reaction to eating the Razzles candy was genuine. She hadn't had them since she was a kid, so the taste brought back real nostalgia. Did we know?
No, because I haven't seen the movie.
Neither have I.
But I do know what Razzles are. And Razzles are fire.
I don't.
Really?
Nah, I have no idea. I probably do know what they are. The name isn't ringing a bell. But I will say the idea of tasting a candy that I haven't tasted in so long that it brings back memories, I feel like that would absolutely happen if I were to have a candy.
Yeah, like I think a couple of years back I'd had an atomic fireball, and Ricky hates cinnamon. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I'm not gonna go out and get cinnamon like the Dentine Fire cinnamon gum. Like no, but the atomic fireball brought back a lot of nostalgia. So when I found a candy shop, you could buy individual ones. I bought one for Ricky, one for me. Singular fireballs. The middle is ass, but the outside had the nice cinnamony coating, and it was like it just hit nostalgia for me in all the right spots. Yeah. I know.
I hate. Was it fireballs as well? Same thing.
That's the same thing. I just said atomic fireballs.
No, but there's another one that.
Oh, there's cinnamon Red Hots.
Red Hots. That's the one.
Okay, Red Hots are ass. They're gummy cinnamon. Like that's just gross.
Terrible.
That is gnarly.
The one that I think of nostalgic candy for me in particular.
Mike and Ike's.
No,
for me,
it's. I mean, good choice. I fucking love Mike and Ike's, and I've explained this to Cheyenne because I don't think she remembers what this is, but it's a cigarette candy.
Yeah. Popeye ones, yeah.
Oh, you do know. Okay,
yeah.
The cigarette chalk candies, I remember used to getting them all the time for Halloween.
But I thought they were black licorice.
No, it's just I don't even know
like
what
Pez candy.
Kind of,
right?
Yeah, like that, like
or like Rockets or Smarties in the States.
But yeah, so exactly, it's kind of like that, but less flavor. But I remember eating them all the time as a kid because my brothers hated them, or the middle child hated them, and so I used to eat them all the time.
Oh, are they like the powder lollipops?
Kind of closer to
Okay.
that. Yeah. Closer to that for sure.
Loved those. Oh my gosh, I would eat that
Yeah.
if I could find those.
Oh, dude, I remember, but it wasn't just always Popeye. It was like Spider-Man was on some of them, or like other characters were on some of them. Dude, that's the one nostalgia candy. If we ever find it, I would eat it up.
Yeah. The last one is one of my favorites from this. The Parent Trap in 1998, which it says it was re-released popularity into the 2000s. But anyway, Lindsay Lohan filmed each twins' scenes separately, acting to a body double, and later the two performances were digitally stitched together, which is a huge technical feat for a teen comedy in the late 90s. Did we know? No, I don't think I did. I think that's really cool. Good for her.
A lot of movies do this even now, though. Like even Sinners was done the same way.
Yeah.
Where Michael B. Jordan acted to a body double and then just reacted with that.
Like
afterwards.
reacted or reacted?
Both. Like,
Oh.
So he reacted to the body doubles.
Oh, yes,
actions,
yes.
And then when he had to switch characters, he then reacted to the body double there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, and I know there's a movie with Michael Keaton that's called The $1 Million, the movie's not called $1 Million. It's called, I don't remember what the fuck it's called. Sorry, I apologize.
Not the $1 Million Man, right?
No, there is a scene in there that has been dubbed the $1 Million beer shot or beer toss. Basically, taking the idea of like stitching body doubles. Michael Keaton plays about 4 different characters in this movie. I guess they're all quadruplets or whatever. And at one scene, one of his characters
heard of this.
Walks in and goes, and then another character that he plays goes, "Hey, you want a beer?" And the guy goes, "Yeah." And so they toss the beer to each other and they catch it. But it's Michael Keaton tossing the beer to himself.
To a body double then, right?
So what happened is the body double tosses the beer to Michael Keaton. Then the scene continues. And then when they refilm it, he tosses a beer to the body double. This movie took place in like 91 or 92. And so they're like, oh man, this is going to suck in post-production. We're going to have to What happened was the body double tossed it. And then when Michael Keaton tossed the beer can, it was exactly the same. Like when they did frame by frame, the beer can lined up exactly to each other.
That's crazy.
So they didn't have to do any post-editing.
Wow.
They like lined up the film perfectly, and it was amazing.
Wow,
and saved
that's
money and
wicked.
speed. Yeah, it was great.
Cool.
Yeah, sorry, it was just because you mentioned body double.
No, that's fine. That's really cool.
Yeah, I'll put the name on the screen.
Yeah. Please do.
But yeah, guys, that kind of wraps up our whole nostalgia 2000s episode.
Yeah. Except for weapons.
Weapons was like a weird nudge in the wrong direction.
One.
But like
a slight detour.
But I will say, kind of just to reiterate what we said earlier, if you're a big horror fan, Weapons is your movie. Mind you, like just be prepared for what you're gonna see.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're looking for something that's a little bit more like lighthearted, warm feeling, and obviously nostalgic, Freakier Friday is the movie to go.
Yeah,
cool. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to follow us on any social media for podcasts, specifically YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. For social media, we got obviously YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, X, Threads, Letterboxd. Am I missing anything?
I don't think so. Letterboxd is fully updated now, so
yeah. And then if you want to look at any of our reviews on there, they kind of match what we've said in the episode, just reduced from 10. We do our rating out of 10. They do the rating out of 5, so we kind of adjust. But anyway, yeah, if you want to see any like short form content, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok have all of those, and eventually I'll get to Facebook and Threads.
If you don't, you don't. We have popper flops still on those 3 that you mentioned.
Exactly.
We did one tonight.
Yeah. And so basically, the popper flops are just to give you our in the moment reaction to these movies
as right out of the theater.
Whether we think it's a good movie or a bad movie, just quickly pop or flop.
And obviously, pop good, flop bad.
So.
And I will say both of these were pops this week.
Yeah. So yeah, stay tuned for any of those. And just remember, these are all our opinions on these movies. And,
yep.
And on anything that we talk about. So if you agree with us, yay. And if you don't agree with us, just tell us why.
Nay.
We want to hear about it.
Yeah.
Spotify, rate us 5 stars or whatever you feel. Engage with us. Let us know what you thought.
Let us know what you think of the audio.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know what you think about these movies. Let us know what you think about any of the movie news.
Let us know if you're excited for any other like similar movies, like horror, like the new Conjuring, Last Rites. I'm really excited for that. Like,
right. Or let us know what your favorite nostalgic 2000s movie is, or what era of nostalgia you guys lean to.
Yeah,
like
what do you consider nostalgic for
right?
yourself?
If we're looking all the way to the 50s, are we looking all the way to the 30s, like,
or the 2010s for some younger folks?
Of course, right? Like I know, Cheyenne's father, my father-in-law, loves the old Hollywood
Rodgers and Hammerstein musicals,
right? Stuff like that. And if I asked my brother what movie he'd prefer, he'd probably say like The Bad Guys or something.
Your younger brother?
Yeah.
My mom would be somewhere in the middle, mostly comedies, like like The Naked Gun. She would love it.
Yeah,
so.
my mom's favorite movie is Face Off. So
yeah,
so
very
it's all
very
over the
different,
place,
very
right?
vast, but that's what makes us us.
Exactly. And to wrap up, thank you so much for watching,
And
we'll see you at the movies.
bye.
Bye.